Moving on now, the Nigerian Office for Trade Negotiations, NOTN, is targeting an increase in the share of trade in gross domestic product, and that's to 50% by 2023. As of the first quarter in 2020, data from the National Bureau of Statistics gave trade's contribution to nominal GDP as 15.09%, and lower than the 16.95% contribution in the same quarter of the previous year, as well as the preceding quarter's 15.66%. The acting chief trade negotiator, Director General NOTN, Victor Liman, disclosed this as part of the overview of the newly launched Nigeria Trade Policy Journal. Now, the Trade Office said the trade policy roadmap contains proactive strategies and responsive policy measures to address current and future challenges. We now have joining us a financial expert, Jide Ojo. Hello, Mr. Ojo.
Hello, good afternoon.
Thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Now, I believe no sector or industry has been spared from the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. And for trade in particular in Nigeria, the NBS has revealed that trade's contribution to nominal GDP is 16.95%, which is lower than the contribution of the same quarter the previous year. Could you help us break this down for the layman? What do you think this means for the Nigerian economy?
Well, it means that there is a depreciation in our trade, there is deficit, and we are not progressing. And this is not good for Nigeria's economy, because situations where you are retrogressing, you cannot claim that you are making progress. From 16% this quarter last year down to 15.09%. It's not good enough, but then there are positive factors that are responsible for this. Recall that since about March 2020, the country has been facing the COVID-19 pandemic, which has affected largely the trade, commerce, and many other aspects of sectors of the economy. You talk about the hospitality business, the tourism business, even academia. Many schools have been shut down. Only recently we have medical classes being reopened for. And all of this contributes to the economy because there are private interest groups, private entrepreneurs in the academic sector from primary to tertiary level, and this has also affected the aviation industry. You've heard about the sack in the aviation sector, the hospitality business is comatose, and all of that. So, by and large, you cannot blame the fact that the economy is not doing well solely on the government. We never saw the COVID-19 pandemic coming, and it is upon us. We are here to get out of it, but I think it's commendable that the Nigeria Office of Trade Negotiations has come up with this journal, which just launched, the Nigeria Trade Policy Journal, which it aims to use in articulating a roadmap to get out of this quagmire.
Yes, Mr. Ojo, we know that the Nigerian Office for Trade Negotiations is aiming to increase their share of trade in GDP to 50% by 2023. How do you suggest they can achieve this?
Well, a number of policies needs to come into place. Not only policies, but implementation of external policies. You recall that we are just exiting the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan. We now have Nigeria Economic Sustainability Plan, which is supposed to be on for another year. Now, you need to also redouble the infrastructure, bridge the infrastructure gap. Let me make it very simple. No matter the roadmap that we have to improve commerce, trade, and industry, without fixing the energy sector, and by energy sector I mean the power sector, the electricity sector, we may not achieve much, because whether you like it or not, even if we are able to develop vaccines for COVID-19 today or by before the end of the year, and things are back to normal, without the industry, the manufacturing sector, the ICT sector playing a critical role. Without the digital economy, you may not achieve much. And for you to have a successful and sustainable digital economy, this has to ride on the backbone of electricity. Look at our telecommunication industry.
We're unfortunately pressed for time,
We have
sir.
a telecommunication industry that is quite epileptic since 2001, that many of them were nice. This is as a result of lack of power or electricity to reduce the cost of doing business. And so we need to fix the cost of doing business, and by that, making sure that we sustain the current ease of doing business, but largely ensuring that we increase sustainably our power generation in terms of electricity.
Thank you so much, economic analyst there, Jide Ojo, for joining us on News on the Hour. And still ahead on the program is our roundup on entertainment and